Well, in the previous video, I showed you a quick tour of what I've got in this 1950 Ford F1. If you didn't see that video, I've got a link up in the corner there somewhere, depending on the device you're watching. Definitely down in the description. You can check it out there. I have no idea what the state of this engine is. I think it's a Ford 302. I am going to throw a battery in there. I'm going to throw some gas down her throat. And I'm going to turn the key and see what happens. And I'm going to try and get this old girl started. Time to get at it.
2 hours later.
There goes. Well, I think I made pretty good progress today. I'm a little disappointed I didn't get the truck running, but as you can tell, it's pretty dark now, and if I drop a tool into the engine bay, it is gone forever, and I just don't want to do that. I'm not giving up, I'm just giving up for tonight. Tomorrow, I think I'll pull the spark plugs, give them a good cleaning. I'm going to put the battery on the charger tonight, make sure it's got a good fresh charge, and I'll get back at it tomorrow, because tomorrow's another day. Well, it's the next day, it's daylight. I am going to get back on trying to get this F1 started. I think today what I'm going to do is pull the plugs, check their condition, clean them up, do a compression test on the engine, see if she'll start, and if at that point she doesn't, I'm going to pull the carb off, do a refresh of the carb with the kit that I bought yesterday. Hopefully it's got all the right parts in it, and keep trying. But the compression test is going to tell me whether or not the engine's going to start, because if compression's really low, then she's all worn out and I won't get this engine running anytime soon. With V8 engines, you often get to do things 8 times over and over, like pulling out the spark plugs. All right, time to clean these plugs, check their gaps, and do a compression test. I like to use a little mini abrasive sandblaster for the job. It gets it done really, really quick, and then I just spray off the abrasive from the spark plug once I'm done, because I don't want that stuff getting into the engine. Works pretty good. So while the plugs are drying, I'm going to do that compression test now. So, valuable tool to have. I'll do cylinder 4 first, because it's the hardest one to get to. $115. Oh, that's not good. That cylinder has almost no compression, so the valves could be too tight and they're not sealing properly. Broken piston rings or something else. So I'm gonna put that down at like 10 psi. So a little disappointing. Compression is all over the place on the cylinders. It looks like cylinder 2 is dead. I think there's 10 psi when I crank it. Could be broken rings, could be bad valve adjustment. I'll have to look into that. Rest of them around 100, 110, 115. I mean, that's kind of low. The engine should still run. Cylinder 1 and 8 are still pretty high. That's where I'd like to see them. But this engine should still run even with such low compression values. I'm going to give it one more shot. I'm gonna put spark plugs back in, give it a squirt of quick start, and see if she kicks. Let's give it a shot and see what happens. Well, that sucks. Time to rebuild the carb. Alright, so there's the carb there. I've drained the old fuel out of it. Well, what fuel was in there? It was the new stuff that I put in, but still, you can see it's pretty gross down there. That staining is caused by fuel sitting in there for too long, especially fuel with ethanol in it. Old cars and carburetors and hoses and stuff like that do not like ethanol. When I store my vehicles for the winter, or if I'm not going to use them for an extended period of time, I go and fill the tank up with non-ethanol premium, and that way at least the gas will last a lot longer with a bit of stabilizer in it, and not do that to the inside of your fuel stuff. So at this point, I bravely decided to try to undo decades of damage with this carburetor by replacing as many parts in it as I could. Turned out to no avail. So I went ahead and I connected a clear line from the jerry can down to the fuel pump down there, and I'm just going to turn the engine over a little bit to see if it starts to draw fuel up through the line there. I don't think that fuel pump is any good, so I got another one on another engine. I'm going to pull it off and put it on this and see if that makes a difference. I'm pretty sure it will. Okay, I've got another fuel pump. I'm going to put it in the engine here, swap out the old one with this one, which is a known working one from another Ford I've got, and see if I can actually get some fuel to pump into that carburetor. Let's see if she pumps. Of a kind. Well, I'm throwing in the towel. I think that carburetor is too messed up to keep the truck running. I'm also not getting fuel coming up from the different fuel pump, which is kind of weird. Maybe the cam lobe that drives the fuel pump isn't working very well. I don't know. Maybe it's worn out. I was hoping to drive the truck off the trailer today. I don't think that's going to happen. I need this trailer during the week, so I'm going to unload it the old-fashioned way and then just drag it up the back with my tractor. But I'm not giving up. I want to hear this engine run. So I'm quitting for tonight. I'm going to continue tomorrow. If you enjoy my channel, why not subscribe? I got a ton of stuff planned for this old girl. If you like this video, hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.